Hello, yeah, gentlemen. Take the escalator, please. Thank you very much. Ladies, up the stairs. Thank you. Gents, you can take it. Escalator right to the top. Thank you very much. Ladies, take the stairs, please. Stairs. Gents, take the escalator. Ladies, take the stairs, please. Gents, take the escalator. Ladies, take the stairs, please, if you don't mind. Over here? Go up the escalator. Ladies, take the stairs, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Gents, go up the escalator if you want. Up the escalator. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies, can you take the stairs, please? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's just the way it is. Yep, it is. Stairs, please. Thank you very much. Yep, it's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Can you take the escalator, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
In 2018, the path to leadership is still too slow. We need more women leaders in London to make our city even more successful. This is our time to support more women from all backgrounds into leadership roles.
The previous video is from an activist group in London, and you can find more information about their organization from the website that they have at the very end of their video. I wanted to show this video because I think a lot of us think about gender inequality as just in the United States, when it's a very prominent aspect everywhere in the world. In the United States, it is very prominent as well in the workplace and other organizations and just other aspects of everyday living. But in London, I personally did not know that it was that bad and such a prominent issue there. And so learning how it affects women in other countries and other parts of the world, I think is very important as well. The part that I really wanted to point out was the woman with the baby, and how even that he told her to go up the stairs, she carried her cart with her. And if you see in the video, another woman is helping carry her cart, but she showed up alone. And so this woman just voluntarily helped her. And the next video that I want to show is going to almost counter-argue this video that I just showed you. It's going to give more of a representation of the woman's side and a man's side for gender inequality. And I think it's very important to understand both sides, because gender inequality is not just negative towards women, it can be negative towards men as well. And I have a couple real-life examples to share with you guys after this video.
Huge focus on women in the workplace. This pendulum shift towards focusing so much on women has me a little bit confused. Is it to address years of historic imbalance? Is it to help women navigate around those trying to get in their way? Or is it to help women get out of their own way? Now, I would say the last 10 years have truly addressed an imbalance, and they've given women more of a voice in the workplace. But now it's time to move on. So what have I seen in the last 10 years that makes me come to this conclusion? I've seen a gender equality bandwagon rising in the workplace. I've seen a rise in female entitlement. I've seen some men who have this unspoken tension. Some men who believe they're becoming the sacrificial lambs of the workplace. I didn't get the job because I'm a man. Guess what? I also hear I didn't get the job because I'm a woman. Deeply ingrained sexist views, some conscious, some unconscious, from both men and women.
I hope you enjoyed watching the TED Talk. I think it was a very, very educational video because it's a very unique perspective, especially coming from a woman, and her being able to see both sides, I think is very important. People are very, very quick to think that it is just an issue for women when in real life it can affect anyone. To give an example, in real life, I worked at a marina and we worked for our tips basically. I was one of 3 girls and we worked with 7 other boys, and throughout the day and throughout the whole summer, all of the girls would get much better tips than all the boys, even if they were working harder, even if they had longer hours, longer shifts. The women were always getting more tips and more attention. I would get calls saying, can we specifically have this woman tie up our boat or bring us ice or do this, because when all these men are showing up to the dock, they want a girl to tie them up, and we would get rewarded for that when the men didn't even have the chance to get the money that they were working for. And so that's just one example of just college students and how inequality can resonate with men as well, and not just women. One last point that I would like to emphasize that I want us all to understand is while gender inequality in the workplace still exists, women have been gaining more benefits and proper care in the workplace rather than years and years ago, and so there has been improvement whether we see it firsthand or not. The example that I want to give is actually about my parents. When they graduated college, they both graduated from VCU, and my mom automatically got a job at IBM as a software consultant. And she got my dad a job there. A year later, he had a hard time finding a job, and so she had already had the experience. She was the one who got him the job. She trained him the full 9 yards, and my dad still got paid more than her, even though they were the same exact position, did the same exact thing. If anything, my mom said that she had worked more hours and my dad was still getting paid more. And when I brought up this project to my mom, she actually has a bunch of friends still at IBM, and my mom contacted them and was asking them about if that had changed, because that was a huge thing, of course, to my mom. She felt very disrespected and just underappreciated in that company. And they have changed the pay, and so the 2 people that are working in their position now, it is a man and 2 women, and they all get paid the same. And so that was about 25 years ago that my parents worked there, and so throughout that time period, things have improved and women have been gaining more benefits and the proper care that they deserve in a company. And like I said before, this goes for men as well. There's been opportunities and companies where a woman would have more benefits and more rights, such as the marina that I was talking about. But at the end of the day, things are looking up and benefits are rising. And I hope that we can all take away from this video that while this is a big social issue, I think if we all work towards it, solving it, being there for each other and looking at it as an equal, not just a man or a woman, but your coworker and someone that is equal to you, and that we all respect each other, that is gonna put us as a step in the right direction. Of course, such a big social issue is not gonna have one answer and one wrong answer or right answer. It's just we all have to work together to come to one consensus, and it all comes down to respect and just understanding and trusting your coworkers, and just even in the real world. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. The sources that I used were from london.com/gov/US, and that other video is from the TED Talk main website, so it's actually just tedtalk.com. And if there's any more questions, I will be happy to answer them. Thank you.